Hey guys, we're going to open this video. This is Stevie Evie here. I'm going to just give you a brief update. But first, for anybody who wants to see the Infernoid deck profile of this, I'm just going to tell you to go to, I want to say roughly about 3 minutes, and we should have that. So brief updates as to what happened at the regional, because there was a regional over the course of this weekend we went to. We played 60 card Infernoid. I did pretty bad. We dropped after round 7 or 8. I believe it was 7. I want to say 6. It might have been 6 or 7. It was a long day. There were 10 rounds. There was 500 people at this regional. If I mentioned, it was a big regional. This was Indianapolis. It just wasn't a good day. Me and my friend went. We did not very good. He didn't do very good because I messed with his deck pre-event because he didn't really know what he was going to do. So basically what happened is, we both pretty much just fell short on what we exactly wanted to do here. But without, talking about too much to the event as to what I played and, well, I mean, I played 60 card Infernoid, but other than the fact that it didn't really go as well as we hoped it did, I mean, it was an experience. This is my 5th regional of the season. Hopefully we'll go into the 6th one being that's March 22nd. It's Chicago, and hopefully we get what we need. But in the meantime, I'm more than likely going to be giving you guys an update with this deck hopefully next week. I don't know what we're doing next, because I guess it more or less depends on how this deck works over the course of the next weekend before we do the profile and everything and stuff like that. But I want to try and pick back up Gem Knight FTK. Shadalls are coming out with a new structure deck roughly, I want to say, in a week. Yeah, about a week. So I want to pick that up. But I'm also rebuilding Lightsorn. It's going to be Shadal Lightsorn with, I think, Chaos Dragon Levineer in it. It'll be really fun. I'll do an update on that profile. Gem Knight FTK. Different variant of the deck. I'm gonna see how we do on that, and the regionals that's coming up next month, March 22nd. That's Chicago, and depending on how things go, we might go to Wisconsin too. Both of them are Sunday regionals, but that does that pretty much for all the updates from this past week, I think. So here's the deck profile for Infernoid. This is 44 card Infernoid in the main deck, anyways. Before we were doing something a little differently. So we start out with 3 evenly matched. We're doing the traps first. Only hand trap in the deck for the most point. 1 Void Feast, 1 Breakthrough Skill, 1 copy of Set Rotation of our 1-ofs, 1 Terraforming, 1 Reasoning, and some of our field spells. We're running 2 Mystic Mine to shut down our opponent, to try and make sure we play the game. 3 copies of Super Poly to try and out our opponents when we can. 3 copies of Lair to make that Super Poly alive. In some cases, the Void cards, we run 3 Imagination. We're running 3 copies of Void Vanishment. So there's that. 3 copies of Monster Gate to tribute our opponent's stuff off with hopefully the field spell. 3 copies of Called By to stop that hand trap from going off. 2 copies of Deviati. Oops, sorry. Bear with me. 2 copies of Anoku. 1 Atondal, 1 Sajet, 1 Piatti. 1 Saitama's, 1 Harmadic, 1 Pyramus, 2 Petrulia, 1 copy of Antra, and 3 of our starter Decatron for the main deck. Okay, so, sorry, just bear with me. I'm trying to scoop everything up so that way I can hopefully not freaking get everything unorganized, but it's just how it goes. And then we're going to go straight on to the extra, which is going to be 2 Tiara. Usually send a Tiara off Tiara. 2 Natis. So there's your 3 that you usually go for Infernoid Tiara. 1 Hida, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 B-Cop, 1 Barricade Board Blocker, very good card. Of the Super Poly targets, we run Diplexer Chimera, Starving Venom, and Mud Dragon of the Swamp. We run Crusadia Equamax for the OTK, one Security Dragon, and one Boral Sword Dragon, because if we can't FTK, we're going to make sure that we FTK on the second round through, because sometimes it'll get stopped. Okay, so for the side deck, we run two Ballista Squad to tribute our opponent's stuff off for our to pop their cards, essentially. 2 copies of Dynamiscus. This is more or less some stuff going first. 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. We run 1 copy of Red Reboot. 2 of Trap Trick. 2 copies of Void Feast to make sure that they Trap Trick is super live. 2 Enemy Controller to tribute our opponent's stuff off for our opponent's stuff, and 1 copy of Christia to lock them down during the first game. That's pretty much it for the most point. Let me know if you guys have any questions, but I always appreciate anything that goes on with everything that you guys do watch. If you watch anything, thank you, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna pull aside. See you guys next time. Stevie Evie out.